kickoff for Pittsburgh. Dante Hall deep back for Kansas City. Blaylock is back there as well. Here comes the speed merchant, Dante Hall. He finds a seam. He's got skills to block. The kicker to beat. He tried to trip him, and there he goes. He's going to go. There's a flag down at the 46. A flag is down at the 46, but it could be tripping or the attempted trip of the kicker. It's 100 yards as it stands right now. 100 yards as it stands. And we wonder about the flag. Yep.
He just pointed tripping against
the receiver on the left side. Joining Richardson. Holmes in the backfield. Second down goal. Oh, he's airborne and flies in for a touchdown. Priest Holmes.
At tight end, he is a real threat when healthy.
Second down, 6. Blaylock in the backfield. And a pass across the middle. Caught by Eddie Kennison. Has the first down. Chased by Higgins and knocked out of bounds by Dwayne Washington. Flag is thrown. It's on Washington. A 21-yard gain. He was penalized twice last week.
Personal foul on the defense, number 80. Slamming.
Enthusiasm. If you know where you're going, just go.
Holmes is out. Bo Richter is in. Richardson in the backfield. Third and goal from the 3. To the end zone. Caught for a touchdown. And that is tight end Jason Dunn. He has not had a touchdown reception since 2001. And the Chiefs have their first lead today. Monty Beisel is in for the Chiefs. 5 defensive backs for Kansas City's defense. Third and along 3. 4 receivers deployed. Maddox right through the hand and intercepted on the play. It's through Antoine Randall, picked up by Woods, and he'll race in for a 46-yard touchdown. That is his first career touchdown.
A rhythm.
The Chiefs have 5 defensive backs. Doring is in the game for Maddox. Third down and 8. Brought down the first sack today by Kansas City, and it's authored by Ryan Sims. That's Ryan Sims' first career sack. And the Pittsburgh Steelers have got a punt.
Well, you know, you've got a jailbreak where somebody just comes wide open top of Tommy Maddox.
Miller will punt.
Let him go, let him go.
And Dante Hall will get it. 48-yard line. Here he goes, flying down the sideline with the kicker to beat. What a block by Omar Easy. He's inside the 10. And the kicker is down. Josh Miller. A 45-yard return by the electric.
The beef wearing red right up there in the offense.
Second and goal at the 4. Holmes in the backfield of the pitch. Tate and Shields and Richardson blocking. It's a touchdown. A 4-yard touchdown run, the second today by Priest Holmes. Got a block by Richardson. And Tate. And that was third and goal at the 5. Veron Haynes in the backfield. Wingback slot man is Antoine Randall. Rushes on, intercepted on the play. It's picked off by Barber, who's caught from behind by Burris. And Tommy Maddox has thrown his second interception today, and it couldn't have come at a worse time.
What's the difference between this defense from last year and this year? How about
Sims on that defensive line along with Hicks. Veron Hayes in the backfield for Pittsburgh. Second down and 10. 43-yard line. It goes to Haynes. Down a block. Trying to crawl his way for a first down. He was hit by Barber and by Woods, and the ball is loose. They say, was it a fumble? There have been 2 Pittsburgh turnovers today.
Yes.
And it is the 3rd Steeler turnover. 2 have come in Kansas City territory. 1 in the red zone.
You hate to use the dreaded bend, but don't break. Kansas City's are up near the top.
31-yard line. Third down. Hall has the first. He's in open field. Logan to beat. And he's got his third rushing touchdown today. A 31-yard romp by number 31, and he's over 100 yards. Three rushing touchdowns today, 2 last week. That's 5 on the season. And Priest Holmes is back and bet. They need the 16-yard line. Zero in Doring in the backfield. Maddox with time and down the middle, almost intercepted, and is on the ricochet. It's Warfield. He was tripped up by Ford on the right tackle. That is the 4th Pittsburgh turnover, and Maddox has thrown 3 interceptions.
I'll tell you one guy you got to feel happy for is right there. Greg Robinson, the defensive coordinator of the Kansas City Chiefs. For the last couple of years, he's just gotten barbecued here in Kansas, and now back in Kansas City.
One of the great stories going into this, Dick Vermeil, who when coaching the Philadelphia Eagles, cut a young rookie free agent, Bill Cowher, who we just shook hands with right there from North Carolina State. The Dick Vermeil then made a call later that year to Cleveland so the Browns could pick up Cowher the next year. He had a 5-year career in the NFL, but he and Vermeil remained very tight. And the 2-time Coach of the Year in the NFL, Dick Vermeil, and the Pittsburgh Steelers, a 41-20 loss. Kansas City goes to 2-0, Pittsburgh to 1-1. Randy Cross, Kevin Harlan saying so long from Arrowhead Stadium. We take a break that take you to New York. You've been watching the NFL.
He's in the linebackers sift things out. It's dangerous. You can get some bad mismatches.
2 tight ends. And here comes Green to the side, and he's got Gonzalez there. First down, 45-yard line. He was one-on-one with outside linebacker Charlie Clemens. It's a gain of 20 on the play and a first down for the Chiefs.
Yeah, last week, Trent Green just...
It's third down, long 3. They got Hall in as a third receiver. Dime defense for Houston. And Green, who has tons of time to throw. And then he's hit and whips it downfield. It's caught by a wide-open Priest Holmes. A block by Hall. A tackle made by Stevens. No yellow on the field. 30-yard gain to the Houston 6-yard line.
Well, you know, if you're playing the Kansas City Chiefs, Kevin, we talk about all the weapons, and everything didn't have him there.
Base defense, first and goal from the 6. Bo Richter is in as a wide receiver. The sweep with the block from Richardson. Priest Holmes will score his league-leading 6th touchdown of the season.
Well, there's a word that applies to Priest Holmes.
Gonzalez in the backfield as a running back. 2 tight ends, 25-yard line. Gonzalez on the move. Kennison is out. A fake pitch to Hall. And here comes the pass. Catch on the side by tight end Tony Gonzalez. He beat the safety Matt Stevens, who has been much maligned. Off the turf slowly, a smiling Trent Green, a gain of 22 yards. They're up to the 49. It is third down and goal at the 5. Bo Richter on the move, the 2 tight ends. It's Holmes, chased by Stevens, and hopped in for the touchdown, his 2nd today. A 5-yard touchdown run by the NFL's leading scorer, Priest Holmes.
Priest Holmes took advantage of the defense there. Pretty good blocking, but a lack of speed.
For the Texans, Stills remains on the defensive line for the Chiefs. Third down, 1 from the 39. And Carr airing it out, looking for Johnson against McCleon. He picks off the pass. Dexter McCleon with the interception. He is starting
to be their best fan.
Woods is back in the game. Hollins in the backfield for the Texans. 34-yard line, 1st and 10. Rookie Tony Howard breaks his way into Woods. And a fumble on the play, and it's loose. And the Chiefs have got the ball on the fumble by the rookie Hollins. It is the 2nd turnover on the 2nd straight possession for the Houston Texans. The possession before, interception to McCleon for Carr. Now the rookie coughs it up.
As Please gained 4 or 5 yards.
2nd down 9. Base defense 34 remains for the Texans. 15-yard line. And they go deep to the end zone and caught for a touchdown. It's Kennison with his first of the year, a 15-yard strike from Trent Green.
Any questions as to why you don't want to turn the ball over in that situation? You got to give him some once in a while.
Chad Stanley to punt. Dante Hall is back, and he's going to wave this off and let it bounce. As it does at the 33, then he picks it up on the fly. He waved it off, but he did not signal a fair catch, and there he goes flying on the other side. He's got an escort. He gets by the kicker, and Dante Hall is down the side. What a great cut! He's in for a touchdown! A 73-yard punt return. He was born in Houston, Texas. He's playing back home, and he may have just put this one on ice for the Kansas City Chiefs. Returned by Hall moments ago, and the Chiefs on top 28-7. First and 10 after the punt by Houston, 15-yard line. Green. Blaylock gave him a block, and it's downfield. Caught by Morton. Dances with Stevens. Hit by Coleman and brought down at the 35-yard line. A catch of 50 yards and a penalty flag thrown as Kennison and Glenn, away from the play, began to jaw and shove each other. Let's see what that flag will do to that long completion.
Remember earlier, Kevin, Steve Foley for the Texans? I'm that happy to see how badly most people communicate and get along put in a situation like that.
Second down and 10. Hall's on the move. Blaylock in the backfield. Gets the draw play. Great block by Waters. And there goes Blaylock for a touchdown. That is his first career touchdown. And the Chiefs are piling on the Texans early in the fourth quarter. He played college ball in Texas.
8 in the box for the defense. He's going to go down the field deep today.
Deep is wide to the near side as a receiver. He plays tight end, 45-yard line. First and 10, play action by Bowler. And he's going deep. He's looking for Heap, and it's picked off at the other end of the field. Grabbed by Wesley, and the Chiefs defense has produced yet another turnover. As Wesley makes the grab, that's his second interception of the season. We've got Lewis and Ricard in the backfield, a couple tight ends. Taylor on the move. Pitch out to Lewis. Oh, and he slipped. He lost his footing and goes down to Cleon. Touched him and made it official, and it just looked like he lost the footing, and so on downs. Greg Robinson's defense hold, and Kansas City gets the ball back.
Well, folks, there is such a thing as trying to be too cute. Good example.
Defense by Baltimore. Ball's in the backfield. Dante Hall is in the game from the 38. He floated on the side, working on McAllister. It was caught by Morton. Was he in bounds? Yes, he was at the 46-yard line. A 16-yard reception, his fourth catch today.
Fourth catch.
Third down 3, Kansas City 30. First defense for the Chiefs. Lewis and Ricard in the backfield. Play action by Bowler. Hit and cut down by Gary Stills. That's the first sack of Bowler today, and Stills notches another. That may have taken him out of field goal range as Stills gets his second sack of the season.
Well, you know, just about the time, officials, bad move by the Ravens.
Holmes today, 62 yards. Lewis, 44 yards. First and 10. Fake end around one way. They give it the other way. And here goes Johnny Morton with the escort. Waters with the block. Morton keeps his footing. And then Lewis brings him down. A sensational run in what has turned out to be his best game as a Chief. A 37-yard end around by Johnny Morton and the Chiefs.
Just short, right where they have it marked.
3 tight ends, Richardson and Holmes. Play action by Green into the end zone, wide open. Tony Gonzalez has his first touchdown reception of the season. And the Chiefs are back on top, leading for a second time today. Dating back to last year.
We've seen him jittering, and we've seen him kind of cutting. Just go. Don't guess. Just go.
Richie's kick. 4-yard line for Dante Hall. Finds a seam. Gets by the kicker, and there he goes. This is unbelievable. 97-yard kickoff return, and the Chiefs are back on top. There's his mom, Carolyn, on the left.
We're in the Pro Bowl jersey that Dante wore last January.
6 return touchdowns in the last 9 games. A historic stretch that the NFL probably has never seen before.
In that case, Brian Billick's coverage team could not overcome themselves. Now you know why they call that a golden opportunity. It might be the only golden opportunity they get today for a return, and they took advantage of it. This is another huge growth opportunity and learning lessons right here on this series.
Taylor in the offensive backfield. 3rd down 9 from the 12. Bowler on the run. Running out of real estate, chased by Hicks and shoved out of bounds by Fujita. Lock at 4:15. And now it'll be 4th down. And they will.
His elbow is bleeding from where it hit that metal bench.
Taylor in the backfield. Bowler winding up and going deep and looking down the side for Heath. McCleon with the interception. His second today, deep in his own zone. This at the 3-yard line. That's the 4th turnover today by the Baltimore Ravens. And Dexter McCleon has put this game on ice for the Chiefs.
Todd Heap was flanked out as a wide receiver at the top of the screen 4 weeks, and especially this week.
Win number 100 for Dick Vermeil in his coaching career in the National Football League.
In fact, they've already got a ball all painted up for him. He'll be getting that when he gets into the locker room later today. And Dante Hall, quite a performance for that 100th win for Dick Vermeil.
For Randy Cross, Kevin Harlan saying so long from Baltimore with the final score. The Chiefs 17, Baltimore 10. Tonight on CBS, 60 Minutes.
Holmes in the running game, their strongest asset. 3rd and 9. Lots of time. Now Green throws, has a man open. Johnny Morris at the 50, and Morris took Johnny Morton, and he's out of bounds at the 41-yard line. Morton with a big catch on 3rd and 9. Marcus Anderson finally chased him down, but it's 38 and 21-yard receptions by Johnny Morton. Green down the middle, wide open, touchdown to Tony Gonzalez. And the former Cal basketball star gives it the dunk with his 3rd touchdown reception of the season. One of the premier tight end players, if not the best, in the league.
Dante Hall will get a chance to do something.
93-yard touchdown, spectacular against Denver last week to win the game. They aim it to the sideline. Hall stays in bounds. 20, 30, he's got a chance. And the kicker tripped him up. Josh Bidwell denied 5 straight games with a return touchdown.
He was gone if it wasn't for Bidwell.
Oh, my. Big 3rd and 7. The throw over the middle is complete to Hall. And Hall is down at the 12-yard line as Marcus Anderson saves a touchdown. Hall with his 10th catch of the season.
Out for Tony G.
They show blitz. Green Bay, here they come. Quick throw. Complete. And diving is Johnny Morton for a touchdown.
Well, Johnny Morton is lighting Al Harris up. Johnny Morton is just torching Al Harris so far in this
play calling. He just wants to go in, do his work, and win.
That's right, Bonnie. In Favre's words, you call a play and I'll make it work. 3rd and 10. Pump fake, that's the okie dokie, and then he runs to the right. And is dragged down from behind by Scott Fujita. Favre doesn't have the legs he once enjoyed in sprinting away. And that's one of the reasons why they're buying. He's learned this game rather quickly as well. Spiral by Bidwell, the tackler of the game, to Hall. Flags are down. Hall looks for some blocks. He's got one, 30. He's got the wall on the far side, 50. And finally tripped up at the 45-yard line. Did Bidwell get him again?
The crowd
He did.
The crowd here booing, though. They think there was a clip.
Now 3rd and goal from the 1. They try Holmes. and he's able to nose it over the goal line for a touchdown. His 8th rushing touchdown of the season.
And dance with who brung you.
Down for the Kansas City defense. They need a stop. Empty backfield far. Quick throw. Incomplete, intercepted. He could go all the way. Favre is the only man to beat. He cuts around Favre, and it's Jerome Woods on his way to a Kansas City touchdown. Take that, Jim Nantz.
And can you believe it?
79 yards.
We could be down to a...
Chiefs come in with a nickel defense. And Favre, 3rd and 12, rolling right, looking, and finally runs out of room and out of bounds in front of the Packer bench at the 42-yard line. Sean Barber, who was out with what appeared to be a fairly severe neck injury earlier in the game, has returned. Well, the Chiefs were down 31-14 coming into the 4th quarter. They pulled within 3 and have the ball, and Green has a man wide open. It's Tony Gonzalez, and Gonzalez trying to outrun Zhu. While Zhu finally gets him down at the 12-yard line. What a play, Green to Gonzalez. Longest of the season by career from this range.
That graphic sure does give you a good look at it.
And Anderson couldn't be more pure on that one. Carved it down the middle, and it's even at 31 as the Kansas City Chiefs, 5-0 on the season, best ever in franchise history, have rallied from 31-14. First of all, the Chiefs have 2 downs to get a first down, and Green looks for the throw to the sideline, complete, and out of bounds. Johnny Morton with a first down. That's his first catch on the other sidelines. 2 men destined for the Hall of Fame. Here's a man who has scored in 300-plus consecutive games. Now to tie it. No doubt about it. And Anderson and the Chiefs, who are down 31-14 entering this 4th quarter, rallied in the big play, a Karam interception. The number was obscured. Now Favre gets his chance with good field position, the 39. Ahman Green, who's had a sensational day, fumbles the ball, and it's recovered by Kansas City's Mike Maslowski. He caught it midair, the fumble. Green, who's been so reliable, and coughs it up at the Kansas City 48. Maslowski standing as the ball popped right into his lap.
And Ahman Green had broken through and was on his way to maybe even a bigger play.
Maslowski last year, because of the fractured leg in the preseason, has delivered the big interception touchdown. Now Green, he's going for the long one for Kennison. He's got him at the 10, the 5, touchdown at Kansas City with an incredible victory in Green Bay today in overtime.
And the Chiefs remain undefeated. Dick, can you believe this?
Rallying from 41-14 going into the 4th quarter. The biggest 4th quarter deficit to win a game in Kansas City history. 6-0, and how they earned it in Green Bay. Oh my! Sets it up. A 51-yard touchdown by Eddie Kennison from Trent Green, who threw for 400 yards and 3 touchdowns in a Kansas City dramatic win in Green Bay today. For Dan Deerdorf and Bonnie Bernstein, this is Dick Enberg. Thank you for joining us in Green Bay. Stay tuned for the 2nd game of our doubleheader. So long from Green Bay.
Out of bounds, that is respect.
Now the Chiefs from the Oakland 44 play fake, good one by Green, buys a ton of time, going deep, throws, and a flag is thrown as Eddie Kennison comes up with the football through double coverage, and we'll see about the call. If it's against Oakland, they're going to spot it outside the end zone. Derek Gibson and Charles Woodson were both back covering. 2nd down and goal. They have Donald Willis in the slot as an eligible receiver, but Green comes the other way and is able to dive into the end zone. Napoleon Harris couldn't stop him, and he's in for 6.
And that's the thing you have to have in today's offense. You have to have that boot.
percentage is good, but yards per pass very low, as has been typical this season with the Raiders. But now he slings one down the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Warfield. Eric Warfield playing the ball, and that's the end of the Raider drive on a pass intended to Tim Brown.
You know, I thought one of the things that was wrong with Rich Gannon is he wasn't looking deep, that he was always
sent to Kansas City, but he's almost as old as Brett Favre. 3rd down and 19. And out of the shotgun, they give it to Holmes, and Priest, needing 19, gets 20 on a draw out of the shotgun. 1st down.
That's the old thing where you play a soft defense and then you play the defense soft. Watch this. It's a 3-man line. Everyone is off. They're going to plus an extra tackle in there.
So 4th and 1 if indeed they go for it. And they do. And it's a play fake, and then it's knocked away. So of all crazy things, Vonnie Holliday knocks it away. You've got the big back in there. You've got the tight formation. You have a run defense that's been susceptible. You call a timeout. You go for it again, and it's a big play for Kansas City.
And you have an extra. Vonnie Holliday didn't buy run at all, did he?
No way. Now Green throws over the middle. Holmes. Priest with a stiff arm, and picks up a 1st down and a lot more as he shoved Travian Smith out of the way and takes the ball across the 50 on a 25-yard reception.
As automatic as one can be from this distance.
Right down Broadway, as you suggested, John. As automatic as it gets, even in his 22nd year. Dorsett still moaning about the call. Gets into it with one of the Chiefs here, and it's 10-0.
At that hip operation, they thought it was the same thing. That hip injury, they thought it was the same thing as the Bo Jackson hip, and it wasn't.
1st and 10. And that is reached for and caught by Gonzalez, who drags Barton out of bounds with him.
Yeah, that's the thing that you always look for. You say you try and get your receiver, you try and get your tight end. You know, he feels a little tight and stiff, and he's not all the way back. He's not 100%.
He's caught one ball tonight. 3rd and 10 to Esosopo. Buying time, rolling to the outside, and then throws it right to a Chief, to Dexter McClain, who was tackled by Jerry Rice at the 38-yard line.
That's when you have to throw away. Jerry Rice slipped and fell down. He was down on the ground. I'm Tuiasosopo.
Now Jason Baker with Philip Buchanan back to run it back. Fielded at the 25, and then it goes through him. Did he touch the ball? Mark Borichter is there, and if Buchanan touched the ball, it's a 1st down for Kansas City, 1st and goal. And Buchanan made contact with the football, and that's all it takes to keep it alive. 3rd and inches. Holmes. Well, he's in for the touchdown. Got the 1st down, and the ball broke the plane of the goal line. Touchdown, Priest Holmes. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Well, we know what Philip
remaining. 1 play, maybe 2. He's got to get it off quickly. And he does it. And now he throws. And it's caught, but not in the end zone. Not in the end zone. It is caught at the 1-yard line by Tim Brown, and he can't get in. And in a scene reminiscent of the way the Rams won the Super Bowl against Tennessee and Atlanta, when Dyson was stopped on the Jones tackle at the 1-yard line at the end of the game.
That's where the Chiefs have to win, with their wide receivers.
Right down the seam, a perfect strike to Dante Hall. 67 yards.
Hold it, there's a flag too. Now there was a penalty thrown in the direction of Eddie Kennison. Now I don't know whether it's going to be on him.
After the play was over, personal foul, unnecessary rough in this offense, number 87. That 15-yard penalty will be enforced on the kickoff. The touchdown counts.
Career was done when he left New Orleans. Had all sorts of problems, injuries, locker room, and has come back to play at a Pro Bowl level again. Gonzalez forced out of bounds inside the 20.
I'll tell you what, they are trying to cover Tony Gonzalez with Lawyer Malloy.
Have that cushion.
Did you disagree with me?
I did.
Really?
Two tight ends in the game. Holmes on the run. Cuts back. Touchdown. His 10th rushing touchdown of the year.
Casey Wegman, I'll tell you what, he pulls out the center, pulls out number 62, and he really didn't have to block anybody.
Neither. Bledsoe to throw on first down. Reed makes the catch. Ball came loose. Picked up by McCleon. Kansas City says they have it. No whistle that we know of.
And Josh Reed says, I was down. I was down. And Greg Williams is saying, wait a second.
Now the officials will talk about it.
Now they want to take a look at it.
I'll tell you what, forward, how do you stop it?
Only been to 8 Pro Bowls.
Holmes, nice little cut. Breaks to the outside. Touchdown. 13 yards, and he made it look easy.
No, the blocking made it look easy, pal. I'll tell you what. Woo! They just buried. Antonio Winfield comes in.
Johnny Morton, the other receiver, lots of room to work in the secondary.
Green has already thrown for 150 yards in the first half. Pump fake. Dante Hall.
Boy, I'm going to tell you what. You want to talk. I said that Trent Green is on target. This is the perfect pass. You talk about right between two defenders.
Green, Gonzalez. Well, that looked easy.
It works when you can pick somebody.
Yeah, you got it. There is a pick on the outside, and you cannot lose. I mean, how do you lose Tony Gonzalez? You know they're going to throw the ball to him and knocks him back on top of him. I hope that isn't what they called.
Bledsoe into double coverage for Moles, and it's intercepted. Thrown right to Nate Clements.
He can't make that throw. Drew Bledsoe's too good a quarterback to make that throw. There's absolutely no way to get him going across the field to be able to make the play.
4th and goal, another blitz. Bledsoe intercepted. Picked off by nose tackle Ryan Sims.
I'll tell you what, they had another blitz on. The Kansas City Chiefs have not let up on Drew Bledsoe in this offense. They sent Eric Warfield again. He didn't get there. But what happened, it made Drew Bledsoe.
You've given up a lot of the guys who can catch. You've got a problem.
I don't think they could have afforded Peerless Price, though. I don't think it was a...
No, I agree.
I think Peerless made the decision to leave.
Bledsoe is just ripped. Loose ball. Kansas City has it. John Browning recovered after Warfield knocked it loose.
They're going to get him killed.
You know what? Oh, they are. But
no, you know what? He's going to get himself killed on this one.
Yeah, I mean, he should have gotten rid of this ball a long time ago. But Warfield, not only does Warfield...
Another turnover. 5 for that Kansas City defense. So opportunistic. Holmes reverses his field. Trent Green to a great block. Touchdown. What a block by Trent Green. Are you kidding?
On London Fletcher. Trent Green comes back. Quarterbacks are so tough.
Oh, shit.
Boy, this one was.
Well, Drew Bledsoe's still standing after his hit. He proved how tough he was. And then Trent Green keeping his head on a swivel.
Joe, with all due respect, this was not a quarterback's block.
All of them on the road. This is a very veteran football team that doesn't do a very good job when it gets away from Orchard Park.
Van Pelt being chased. It's intercepted by Warfield.
Well, if they didn't take...
6 turnovers, Paul. 6!
I said if they didn't have the takeaway lead, they got it now.
Oh, they got it now.
I'm telling you. That, here's another ball that should not have been thrown if you're going to throw it.
Yeah, that's really nice of her to say that because he admitted that he made an emotional decision as we've got another turnover. Jerome Woods this time, that's 7. He made an emotional decision after he won the Super Bowl in St. Louis. Thought that was the ultimate, so I'm going to quit. He acknowledges now that that was a mistake because he truly loves this so much. And the perfect opportunity the second half. Dick Vermeil, an early birthday present. He'll be 67 next week. Maybe the more important number, he's 8-0 right now. The final score, 38-5 Chiefs for Joe Theismann, Paul McGuire, Susie Colbert, and our entire ESPN crew. This is Mike Patrick. Good night from Arrowhead and Kansas City. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.
And these guys can all run very athletic.
2nd and 4. Holmes tries the other side. 5. Out of bounds at the 1, or is it a touchdown? The Chiefs think, yes, it is.
Yes,
a touchdown. The official hidden down into that crowd of photographers finally signals touchdown. Holmes into the open. Pushed his way out across the 50-yard line. Zeke Moreno, the middle linebacker, finally got him to the worn turf of Qualcomm. Another touchdown. Priest Holmes behind Tony Richardson.
Who would have imagined that? Oh, that's too easy, Dick.
That's just kind of a... That's a dance.
Just a little dance and a hop and a jump, and that's 6 more points for Kansas City. It's a 1 minute to
Kansas City so far.
San Diego still looking for a first down as Flutie goes deep, and it's intercepted inside the 5-yard line by Dexter McCleon, his 6th of the year. Now what else can go wrong?
And here comes a late flag, and this flag way after the play was over.
McCleon, the ex-Ram, has really produced at that corner. He's a ball hawk. 6 picks now to lead Kansas City.
Well, David Boston was the receiver, and
high school quarterback of Warren Moon was his favorite. Here's Holmes, cuts back. Look at the room. He's on his way, 1 man to beat, and he's tripped up from behind by Terrence Keel. Got a part of a leg and knocked him down at the 35. He was looking for his 3rd time.
Watching Priest Holmes and Blaylock get the run behind that line.
Makes it all the remarkable that LT has 1,000. Here goes Holmes. Cut down at the 5. Wilson denied the touchdown. But he's well over the century mark here with 3:09 left in this onslaught coming at him. 2nd and goal from the 7. Green looks to the end zone. Lots of time, throws, touchdown. Tony Gonzalez, his 7th of the season.
And there's a good look at what happens, Dick, when a defense is playing the run. The pass so completely surprises them that they mount 0 pass rush against Trent Green. They're getting the ball stuffed down their throat running-wise, and then, when Trent goes back to pass, it just completely catches them off guard.
And what a target that 6'4", 250-pound Gonzalez is. Already missed from 40. This one will be 48.
He missed it.
No way.
Well, that one got hit too, didn't it? Did that one get touched?
It sounded like a double.
I thought I heard a double thump. Maybe that. I thought I heard a double thump up here in the booth.
Now, Christie.
You can't be dropping passes anymore. It's time for somebody to step up and make a play, and that's not it.
And
that's not it. Doug Flutie drops it.
And Kansas City recovers. At least that was the preliminary signal. Although they're still wrestling for it under there.
They covered it, Dick. That's
way. Dante Hall in. He's wide to the right. Up the middle. Holmes runs into his own man and dives for the goal line and didn't make it. He's a half-yard short.
He got the ball across the goal line.
Remember, they had 1st and goal at the 1. Some thought Holmes had scored. Fake to Holmes. Green, wide open touchdown, all alone. Tony Gonzalez, and he has a pair of scores to match those of Priest Holmes.
Well, it just goes to show, for some teams in the league, play action really means something. And when you run the ball as well as...
And a dozen as Flutie loses 2 on that last play. To the end zone. Double coverage and intercepted. It's Greg Wesley up the sidelines and tackled at the 20-yard line by Kasim Osgood.
Yeah, that time Doug Flutie tried to challenge double coverage. And as we all know, that doesn't work out very often.
At Kent State. Gates with a touchdown grab, his second as a free agent rookie. A final of 28-24. Kansas City defeats San Diego. There's the lineup tonight. Stay tuned for 60 Minutes. Cold Case, and then the CBS Sunday movie, a good one, Finding John.
Now giving them a blow. Green on 2nd and 20. With time, looking out there, wants Gonzalez, throws into the end zone, got him, touchdown. Gracie Walker was back there in coverage, but Gonzalez, like he was boxing out in basketball, got position and made the catch.
He's the best tight end in football, and you see exactly why. You just have to throw the ball up and give him an opportunity to make a play, and more often than not, he's going to make the play.
Chiefs with a touchdown, 6-0 lead, extra point coming. Morton trailing by 7. Harrington throws over the middle. Schlesinger had it, lost it, picked off. Tariqa Mitchell has it, and the Chiefs come up with a turnover, and that's big because in 3 of their last 4 games, they did not have a takeaway, JC.
That's what this defense has to do. They've got to take the ball away, and that's when they're at their best. There's a lot of room to run.
First down and 10 from the 35. Fakes the give to Holmes, fakes the reverse, throws it right out there inside the 20. Kennison's got it. Another first down for Kansas City and a pickup of 16.
When you can run the football, Dan, your whole playbook is open to you.
And 5 from the 14 now. Green with Holmes, the lone back behind him. Holmes gets the call, trying the left side, inside the 10, the 5, and the end zone. Touchdown Chiefs, big block by number 77, Willie Roaf, to free him.
Once this Chiefs offense gets going, they're awfully tough to stop, especially in the red zone. We saw their red zone numbers. But
with snow in Cincinnati. 2nd down and 8 from the 9. Priest Holmes checks back in. Pitch is to Holmes, left side, picking his way through. Holmes, touchdown! Once again, Willie Roaf helping to open up the hole. Touchdown number 21 for Priest Holmes, number 2 on the day.
And just the same play that they ran earlier for a touchdown, and same play they've run all year long, but teams have not been.
Kansas City, Green from the shotgun. 3 receivers to the bottom of your screen. Green, Lions bring the blitz. No worries for Kansas City though. Gets it out. It's Blaylock spinning out of tackles at the 30, 20. Count it down. He's gone. Blaylock touchdown. .62 yards, and just like that, the Chiefs have increased their lead.
And just when Priest Holmes comes out the game, Detroit probably thinks, oh, we get a break, and now here comes Derek Blaylock running that arrow route and then breaks a few.
All of this because of number 82 down at the other end of the field, and he's going to get a chance to get his hands on the football here. Hall at the 5, back to the 10, 15, cuts outside at the 20. Look out, Dante Hall, sidelines, here he goes, forced out of bounds finally by Jason Hansen, but not before he gets across midfield. 49-yard return for Dante Hall, who, keep in mind, to keep this drive alive. Green with the snap, straight drop, looking left, throws out for Kennison, got him, first down inside the 20. Forced down at the 19 by Terrence Holt, but a 16-yard gain will move the chains.
The cornerback position, and drops a little too deep.
First down and 3, Green, Holmes, left side with an opening, met, falls, touchdown Chiefs. Number 3 on the day for Priest Holmes. And Rofe with a block, Willis with a block, Wigman with a block.
And one of these times, Dan, they're going to know that this play is coming on the goal line. It's the same play every time, that text play where they pull Wigman, they pull Willie Rofe, and then they give it to him into the end zone. So Casey should get credit for at least half of that touchdown.
Hey, you don't score 22 touchdowns without knowing a couple of extra ways to get in there. Look out, here come the Lions. Reggie Swinton loses the football and the Chiefs get it back. Fumble recovered by William Barty. Nice hit on special teams by Fred Jones, and the Lions cough it up, and that's bad news when you lose it. Holmes behind Green, who's back to pass. Pump fake, now looks, throws, got Dante Hall. Hall at the 30, trying to find some room, taken out of bounds inside the 25, down to the 22-yard line. Bracy Walker with the tackle, but not before Hall can pick up 38 yards.
Dante.
Kansas City so far today, they have not had to punt yet. That's why they have 38 points on the board. Green, play action fake to Holmes, now throws, got Gonzalez out there. Midfield and more, Gonzalez forced out at the Lions 45. Dre Bly and Bracy Walker doing the honors, but not before a big gain. 30 there, 5-yard gain, 2nd down and 5. Holmes back in the game, he's the deep back. Play action fake, Green throws, right side end zone. Did they get it in? You bet, touchdown Chiefs. Tony Gonzalez with his 2nd of the day.
Tony Gonzalez, another guy they wanted to make sure he got a lot of touches. There were 5 or 6 games where he only caught the ball 3 times. You can't do that. Just like Priest Holmes, you've happened.
18 carries, 94 yards, 3 touchdowns, 5 catches, 42 yards, 136 yards total for Priest Holmes for the Lions. An NFL record 23rd consecutive loss on the road. That'll do it from here in Kansas City. Chiefs win it for J.C. Pearson. I'm Dan Miller. Let's go to JB in L.A.
I think it's been handled and addressed. Certainly Ryan Sims is playing today. 3rd and 7, 3 wide receivers in. Grossman gets pressure. More pressure, flag on the play, and Gary Stills takes him down for a big loss. I don't know if he was trying to set a screen, but no one was open downfield, and finally there's a holding call, but the big loss on the set. Played big time for him. 3rd and long for the Chiefs. Green, pressure from Daniels, throwing, and the catch is made along the sideline, and is ruled complete at the Bears' 38-yard line. A terrific catch by Eddie Tennyson. And a terrific call, too. Terrific call by the line judge here on this side, Sam. Passion, Sam. 2nd and goal. You know that Holmes is going to get the ball. Here it is again behind Richardson. Outside. Puts it in. Touchdown. He walks right in. There's the NFL record for Priest Holmes. Now that was a nice little touch there. His own personal celebration, stepping in for his 26th rushing touchdown. That's the NFL record. He now ties another NFL record. Splits out wide right and from backfield. Eddie Tennyson comes in motion. Green with time, throwing deep to Johnny Morton. He's got it, trying to stay in bounds, but stepped out at the Bears' 34. He beat Jerry Azuma on the play. Good catch by Johnny Morton. Defensive guys can only do so much. He has a lot of critics about how he plays the position, but I feel he's one of the top 2 in the business. On 3rd down, Green gets plenty of time. Throws, touchdown! He went to Eddie Tennyson. He had all the time in the world. No pressure whatsoever. The Chiefs march in again. Trent Green, who has had an outstanding year, throwing his 24th touchdown pass. They've had a change on the offensive line. Steve Edwards has moved from left guard to left tackle. Terrence Metcalf in at left guard. Stewart throws, it's intercepted by Fujita. And he brings it back to the Bears' 35-yard line. The 2nd-year linebacker out of California, Scott Fujita, picks off the Cordell Stewart pass. And the Chiefs today. On 2nd and 5, Pritchett, the fullback, in motion. Stewart, pump fake, Throwing outside. It's up for grabs. It's intercepted. Greg Wesley with the interception of the tip pass. And the original pass was up for grabs as well, because there was good coverage on the play by Dexter McCleon. 6th interception inside the 1. Look for Priest Holmes here. Here he goes. He's outside. He's touchdown. NFL record for Priest Holmes. He adds to his single-season rushing touchdown record, and he now holds the record for most touchdowns in a season. Passing, Marshall Faulk, he has 27. Indianapolis has come back to tie Houston as they battle Tennessee in the AFC South for first place. Johnson reverses his field. Picks up a block. He goes in, touchdown! Todd Collins with a big block. Larry Johnson with the touchdown run, his first NFL touchdown.
It wasn't 20 yards, Sam, but I think we can add him to the list of weapons.
Well, 20 yards are older now for most rushing touchdowns and more touchdowns in a season. A terrific season for Kansas City. The Bears wind up 7-9. Dick Duran's future will be decided later this week. Dick Vermeil and the Chiefs in the playoffs in 2 weeks. We're going to Detroit to Ron Pitts and Tim Green.
Dick Rob Morris, the middle linebacker of the Colts, got up and acted like he'd injured an arm or a shoulder after that play.
Draw play to Priest Holmes. Breaking tackles. Look at him fight to the 28. Oh, they love that here. Out, and Derek Blaylock, the third-year running back from Stephen F. Austin, number 23, replaces him. Green looking downfield, fires down the middle, caught by Eddie Kennison. A tough juggling catch in a crowd at the 45 between Harper and Strickland.
Oh, multiple factors there, Dick. First of all, outstanding pass.
Receivers to catch 50 passes or more this year, the only team in the league. Off play action, wide open is Bo Richter. And he's inside the 35-yard line of the Colts and a first down. Strickland again, the tackler. Chiefs back in this. They trail by 11. Green goes to a secondary target. Dante Hall. Touchdown. What a great read by Green. He knew his primary target was covered. Boom. Right to Hall.
Well, defensively, you pay a price if you come on a blitz and you don't get there. And that was a masterful job of protection by Kansas City, picking up the Indianapolis blitz.
So the Chiefs down to the 3-yard line on their first possession had to settle for a field goal, and that explains 21-10. Here's their third possession, and Green fires to Gonzalez. First down at the 47. Well thrown again by Green over a defender immediately in front of the big tight end.
Well, how about Tony? Works there. Just an unfortunate turnover.
Here comes Holmes. And he breaks through on the draw all the way to the 30-yard line. A 25-yard run before Thornton and Macklin can get him. Well, playoffs. Barry Ward had 130 against the Raiders in 91. Third and goal. Holmes. Touchdown.
Well, once again, the Kansas City offense really responded with a drive when they needed it. They were down 14-3. Well, the rating that counts is 31.
Unstoppable. As the Broncos learned last week in Indianapolis. Here comes Dante Hall. 40. Got a chance to go. 50. Vanderjagt to beat. Touchdown, Dante Hall. 92 yards, and they're going crazy. Eight and a half minutes to go. I mean,
All logic would say you got to punt the ball, but Green looking for 6+ down the middle. He got it.
Kennison, first down at the 40.
Kudos to the Chiefs and Dick Vermeil.
Wonders if they score here. Is an onside kick coming?
Well,
it's Holmes setting up about it.
And he has 1 touchdown. He has 2 touchdowns. 27, an all-time mark in the regular season, and 2 here today. So he pulls Kansas City if they make the extra point within 7. Do you kick it to Indianapolis?
No, I think you. Why?